Weekly Consideration Portion 31 Imur 128.8.26 semicolon 76 semicolon 1.1 or new uno. Life emerging from silence. Imur towards a tender child. Idul Fitr. Greetings, holy kinfolk. Namaste, assalamu alaikum, shalom, mir, jai jinendra, satnam, ni hao, buenos dias, hithje, konnichiwa, sabadikrap, salangwa, ish, agape, akwaba, welcome, what up, dope. Bright, hazy, overcast, making way to blue skies and friendly clouds. Layers of gray, light, dark, white, and middles. Pale blue, sky blue, light blue, aqua blue, blending along the horizon. Yellow sits with the eastern clouds, reflecting the shine of the western horizon soleil behind the window. Streaks of guano, riches waiting to be dissolved with approaching rains, clean and clear. The green grass is fuller even after recent trim, with crowds of yellow flowers and white flowers sitting in frequent patches. A black chair sits amidst waves and smiles. The calls of seagulls and songbirds absorb within the green bud tree branches. Bicycles sitting quietly, whilst the winds continue to run gently. There is a soft white blanket. There is a soft, high blanket covering the cool air of the refugee camp of Earth, rotating, orbiting, growing, and glowing. Dry brown mud waits for the pitter-patter, approximately around 14. This is the weekly consideration for portion 30 Imur within our yearly cycle of study within Tobati Kokadao. This includes an address provided by Davi Kopanawi Yanomami, a contemporary traditional shaman of the native Yanomami people of the southwestern rainforests. It is the introduction words given to his co-authored book, The Falling Sky. The weekly consideration is life emerging from silence. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allah wabha. Dao ka dao, fei chong dao, ming ka ming, fei chong ming. Ja. Deus noster, qui es in cielo, sanctificator nomen tuum. Vaheguru Satnam. Baruch ata Elohim, Eloheinu melech haolam, meshagatzanu bo mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'asok b'dvar Torah. Amen. Kyrie eleison. Siva mastu savajikatehim. Sabe sata bhavantu sukhitata. Fagabiyam. Aquaba upendon amanim. Fikiri inaselami. Chinta dan permiam. Liubavimim. Womajika. Ubuntum. Shabono. Fek hithga. Sheshe. Kamasunira. Domo arigato. Pelama yelo wakan toka lokashingun. Gomanagan. God, we thank you for all that you bless us. Ata jami yata fanami. Medom. Ahom. Om shanti shanti shanti. Amen. From the Torah, Vaikra 23:37 a 38. These are Elohim's appointed holy days that you shall designate them as holy occasions on which to offer up a fire offering to Elohim, a burnt offering and meal offering, sacrifice and libations, the requirement of each day on its day, apart from Elohim's Shabbatot, and apart from your gifts, and apart from all your vows, and apart from all your donations that you give to Elohim. 1 Ahava Vishalom. From the Chandogya Upanishad, Kanda 4:17 1 a 3. Prajapati brooded over the worlds. From them, thus brooded over, he squeezed the essences: Agni, fire, from the earth; Vayu, air, from the mid-region; and Aditya, sun, from the heaven. He brooded over these three celestial portents. From them, thus brooded over, he squeezed the essences: the Rik verses from the fire, the Yajus verses from the air, and the Saman verses from the sun. He brooded over the threefold knowledge, the three Vedas. From them, thus brooded over, he squeezed the essences: Bu from the Rig Veda, Bhuvaha from the Yajus Vedas, from the Yajus verses, and Svaha from the Saman verses. 1 Ananda Shanti. From the Bhagavad Gita, Kshetra Yani Bhaga Yogehe Trese 5 ad 6. All this has been sung by the sages in many and different ways, in various distinctive hymns, and also in well-reasoned, convincing passages indicative of Brahman. The great elements, I, consciousness, understanding, and the unmanifested, the 10 stories of the mind, the 5 objects of the senses. 1 Ananda Shanti. From the Tao Te Ching, 34, 1 a 8 y 35, 7 a 9. The great Tao is like a flood. It can flow to the left or to the right. The myriad things depend on it for life, but it never stops. It achieves its work, but does not take credit. It clothes and feeds myriad things, but it does not rule over them. Ever desiring nothing, it can be named insignificant. Myriad things return to it, but it does not rule over them. 35, 7 a 9. Look at it, it cannot be seen. Listen to it, it cannot be heard. Utilize it, it cannot be exhausted. 1 Ayu Heping. From Menke 11, 1 a 3. King Chung said to Menke, "Are not Kung Sun, Yen, and Chang Yi truly great men? Let them once be angry, and all the princes are afraid. Let them live quietly, and the flames of trouble are extinguished throughout the empire." Menke said, "How can such men be great men? Have you not read the ritual usages? At the capping of a young man, his far admonishes him. At the marrying away of a young woman, her more admonishes her, accompanying her to the door on her leaving, and cautioning her with these words: You are going to your home. You must be respectful. You must be careful. Do not disobey your husband. Do not disobey your husband. Thus, to look upon a compliance as the correct course is the rule for women. To dwell in the wide house of the world, to stand in the correct seat of the world, and to walk in the great path of the world, when he obtains his desire for office, to practice his principles for the benefit of the people, and when that desire is disappointed, to practice them alone, to be above the power of riches and honors, to make dissipated, of poverty and mean condition to make swerve from principle, and of power and force to make bend. These characteristics constitute the great man. 1 Ayu Heping. From the Digha Nikaya, Mahagovinda Sutta 19:1-8. Well revealed again to his disciples by that exalted one is the way leading to nirvana. They run one into the other, nirvana and the way. Even as the waters of the Ganges and the Jumna flow one into the other and go on together united, so it is with that well-revealed way leading to nirvana. They run one into the other, nirvana and the way. A revealer of such a way leading to nirvana, a teacher of this kind, of this character, we find not, whether we survey the past or whether we survey the present, save only that exalted one. 1 Metta Samadhi. From the Dhammapada, the Puva Vaja 4:44-45. Who shall overcome this earth, this realm of Yama, and this sphere of men and angels? Who shall bring to perfection the well-taught path of wisdom, as an expert garland maker would his floral design? A striver on the path shall overcome this earth, this realm of Yama, and this sphere of men and angels. The striver on the path shall bring to perfection the well-taught path of wisdom, as an expert garland maker would his floral design. 1 Metta Samadhi. From the Gospels, Luke 17:20-21. Once, on being asked by the Pharisees when the sovereignty of God would come, Jesus replied, "The coming of the sovereignty of God is not something that can be observed, nor will people say, 'Here it is,' or 'There it is,' because the sovereignty of God is in your midst." 1 Amore Pax. From the Quran, Surah As-Safat 37:38-49. Ye shall indeed taste of the grievous penalty, but it will be no further than the retribution of the evil that ye have wrought. But the sincere and devoted servants of Allah, for them is a sustenance determined, fruits, delights, and they shall enjoy honor and dignity in gardens of felicity, facing each other on thrones of dignity. Round will be passed to them a cup from a clear flowing fountain, crystal white, of a taste delicious to those who drink thereof, free from the headiness, nor will they suffer intoxication therefrom. And besides them will be chaste women, restraining their glances with big eyes of wonder and beauty, as if they were delicate eggs closely guarded. 1 Al-Habwa Salam. From Words Given of the Yanomami, paragraphs 1 and 4. Long ago you came to live amongst us, and you spoke like a ghost. Little by little you learned to imitate our language and to laugh with us. We were young, and at the beginning you did not know me. Our ways of thinking and our lives were different because you are the son of those other people we call Nepepe. Your professors had not taught you to dream like we do, yet you came to me and you became my friend. You put yourself by my side, and later you wanted to know the words of the Zipiri, whom you call spirits in your language. So I entrusted you with my words, and I asked you to carry them further away to let them be heard by the white people who know nothing about us. We stayed sitting and talking in my house a long time, despite the horsefly and black fly bites. Few are the white people who have listened to our words in such a way. I gave you my story so that you would answer those who ask themselves what the inhabitants of the forest think. In the past, our elders told them nothing of these things, for they knew that the white people did not understand their language. This is why my words will be new to those willing to hear them. White people don't think very distantly ahead. They are always too preoccupied with the things of the moment. This is why I would like them to be able to hear my words through the drawing you made. I would like these words to penetrate their minds. After they have understood my account, I would like the white people to tell themselves, the Yanomami are other people than us, yet their words are right and clear. Now we understand what they think. These are words of truth. Their forest is beautiful and silent. They were created there and have lived in it without worry since the beginning of time. Their thought follows other paths than that of merchandise. They want to live their way. Their custom is different. They do not have image skins, but they know the Zipiri spirits and their songs. They want to defend their land because they want to continue to live there like they did before. Let it be so. Alhamdulillah, Baruch Hashem. Jayom, Hallelujah, Amen. Mado Aho, Aigu Satnam Hum Shishe. Alhamdulillah, Rahmani Rahim, Allah Wabha, Dao Kada, Fechong Dao, Min Kuming, Fechong Ming, Ja. Deus Nostakias and Chelas of the Fakita Namatu, Bahigu Sanam. Maluchata, Elohim, Elohim Melchalam, Meshikasan, Bombs of David, Sivan, Sukbur Vitora. Amen. Kiri Elesum, Seva Master Savajikatahi, Sabe Sata, Bamatu Sukitata. Vagabian. Aquaba, Upendana Malam, Fikiri Misalam, Chinta Dampermi, Libov Me, Womajal. Ubuntu Shaban Fakithka. Shishin, Kamasanida, Domo Argata, Pelma Yellow Toko Lokashingun, Gumaligan, Gawa, thank you for the buses. At the Jamiat Fanami, Mado, the home, the Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Amen. There is perspective for communication, agreement, and arrangement. There is continuing concentration on village, federation. There is the priority of marriage, family, household. There is the preeminence of the one and only. The story continues to unfold. Namaste, Assalamu alaikum, Shalom, Mir, Jajinendra, Satnam, Zaijin, Adios, Jai Chaklis, Sayonara, Meta Samadhi, Salangwa Pyongwam, Eshwaso, Agape Ki Irini, Asempena Asamujim, Kila Wilfred. One love and peace, happiness and liberation.